Going to the cinema today, so let's get ready. And this is the kind of makeup that's lovely for these kind of in-between Christmassy days where you want to maybe put a little bit of makeup on if you're going somewhere, but you can't actually be bothered, so I'll keep it really quick. I've already started with my Vichy Mineral 89 Moisturiser and my Confidence in an eye cream. I did some tan yesterday, just through my forehead and through here. I know there's like a bit of a line, but that will look better tomorrow. But for argument's sake today, I'm going to go over with some CC cream in the shade Light Medium. So for me, with my Cosmetics CC cream, that's what I always wear on my base. I love it. I tend to be a fair light when I haven't got any tan on, and then I wear light medium when I have got tan on. Now, I'm using a brush to apply this. I personally love using a brush. I just feel like you get a much smoother, more even finish. Yesterday, I applied it with my fingers. Just, that's how I was doing things yesterday. I had my tan on as well yesterday. So I was just kind of trying to be mindful of that. And I just don't feel that I personally get the same finish on my skin, but it depends the kind of look you're going for. Like, I want this to be a really full coverage, polished finish. So the brush is great for that. Whereas if you wanted a softer finish and you didn't want it to be too full and you just wanted like a tinted moisturiser kind of effect, you would probably prefer to just use your fingers. Now, I'm taking this all over, and then when I've got barely any left, I'm going to sweep what's left on the brush just through my eyelids for a number of reasons. I don't want loads of product here anyway, because that's an area that naturally kind of you express a lot and you move that area a lot. So you don't want too much product gathering in those areas. But also my eyes are quite dry, so anything I put in the eye area clings a bit more, I find, on me. So it's all just a bit softer and fresher if I go a bit softer. I'm just buffing. There's nothing on the end of the brush. The upper lip is an area that can look essentially just a bit hairy if you've got too much product there. And I felt like I had loads there for some reason, so I'm buffing some of that away. Now, I've got some tissue near me. I always have some tissue near me when I'm doing my makeup. I'm going to buff the excess off the brush and wipe the back of my hand where I always put my products and pick them up from. And then I'm going to use some of my Peaches bronzer with the same brush just in the outer parts of the face to warm, essentially, I've got a mirror here, by the way, is what I'm looking at, to warm the outer parts of the face, just kind of where the sun would naturally hit. And I'm being really quick with this. I've noticed when I'm getting ready, like, I put my makeup on so quickly, and then like yesterday I made you a video and it was 20 minutes long, and I just thought, how have I even waffled on for 20 minutes? That would take me 4 minutes upstairs, if that. I'm using some of my Peaches Sunblush now. So as much as I want to have a chat with you, I kind of want to also show you that a fresh makeup will not have to take you 20 minutes. You can absolutely get it on and get out the door in 5 or 10 minutes if that's what you want to do, because that's the only length of time I ever take. And then for some reason I try and show you these simple videos and I've like harped on for absolutely half of your day that you just haven't got to be listening to me. So, right, already, how much fresher do I feel? Just, I feel, the thing with me with redness, right? I love sharing videos about redness, and I always try and be honest with you if I'm like not feeling great in my skin that day or whatever. But at the same time, one thing I always try and emphasise is it genuinely doesn't bother me, because I know if I want to, I have something that can neutralise that redness in minutes. And I really don't want to take away from anyone's experience where their skin is upsetting them or bothering them, because I hear you, like, I have those days, I absolutely do. But at the same time, I don't let this thing bother me when I know that it's a case of putting on a bit of something that makes me feel good and I feel better about it. And that doesn't just mean coverage, that can also mean, sorry, because I cuddled him before I came on, I can also feel I've got like little cat hairs all over me. If you've got a cat yourself, you'll know it's just like part of the struggle. It doesn't have to be coverage. That can also be like a nice eyeliner or a bit of glitter or something else that makes you feel nice. Just 1 second, I'm going to put my lip liner on now, and there's a plane going past anyway, so that suits us. This is Sweet Pea by Peaches. Ginger saying something over there, God knows what, so he's keeping us on our toes as well. Okay. Now, what I've been doing recently, I'm not usually a matte person for anything. Lips, eyes, base, anything. I've been wearing matte everything because I've had loads of things recently where I've been like out for the day or filming for the day, not able to top up as I go along. And if you've got matte things on, you just don't have to think about them. They're just, you know, you've taken care of it and that is the end of that. So I'm going to try and find, I haven't got a lippy to hand that I want to wear. I'll just put Sweet Pea all over for now. Listen to him scratching the chair. I saw this video the other day on Instagram. It really made me laugh. It was like an owner doing an impression of the cat. And the owner had said, like, come here, I've got you this scratching post. And the cat said, listen, don't worry about it. I've got this chair. I'm absolutely fine. Whatever we get him, he just loves the chairs. Am I going to put some eyeshadow on? 6 minutes. Do you know what? Let's take this up to 10 minutes. I'm going to put some eyeshadow on. I used this yesterday. It's a KIKO Christmas palette that I thought was lovely. Lasted really well. Haven't given myself very good brushes here. Let's try this little Real Techniques one that I stood on about 10 years ago. That remains one of my favourite brushes. This colour is kind of like a pinky taupe. Really lovely. I just used a wash of it all over my lids yesterday. It's not quite a champagne. It's not quite a pink. It's somewhere in the middle. Lovely for this time of year. Very, very high shine. And these kinds of colours as well. Just a little wash of it all over. Photograph beautifully. Catch the light beautifully. I'm not going to bother kind of using a load of different colours to frame it. Just get some shadow on. And do you know what I did the other day? It was from a photo I saw. So I'm really lucky. Whenever a makeup brand has got new things, a lot of the time they'll send it to me to try or get my thoughts. And I'm just using, by the way, the slightly deeper bronzy colour on my lower lash line. There's an Irish brand, Hildun, that I always see lovely, lovely things about. And there's an Irish girl here in Birmingham, Laura, and she loves Hildun. And so I was thinking, right, I must, you know, give this a little go. And on their visuals for Christmas, they had a silver liner pencil. They'd do like a liner flick on a smoky eye and then trace it with a silver liner pencil. And I thought, you know, I never really see silver. And I don't particularly wear a lot of silver, whether it's makeup, jewellery, anything. And I thought I'd give it a go. It looked beautiful. Now I had this on with a different colour. I'll just go nice and quickly today. Really creamy pencil. But when I did it along the lash line, you can't necessarily majorly make out the silver when you're looking at me from far away. But what you can notice is that it looks shinier. See how the light is really catching it? And this was a few days ago I wore the silver liner. I really felt that it added like an extra level of high shine. I'm trying to remember what eyeshadow I had on because it wasn't this one. It was probably one of my Half Magic ones. But it really popped. See how it just gives it that lovely little bright something. So I think I'll definitely wear that a bit more over Christmas. Oh, and actually I packed this the other day because I'm always between mine and my mum's. I'm at my mum's at the moment. This is Papyrus liner from Peaches, and I'm just going to do this in the waterline. I saw a Charlotte Tilbury advert the other day and everyone had their waterlines done, and I thought, you know, that's one of those steps that if I'm not using a dark colour, I don't always remember to do, but it's really brightening and you really see the difference. If you're feeling tired that day, it makes a huge difference. I'm going to go in with Superhero mascara today. This is from IT Cosmetics. If you like a volumising mascara, this is honestly the most volumising one. I absolutely love it. Now, a lot of the time, I would say like most of the time, I wear tubing mascara if I'm out for a long day because my eyes naturally run really, really easily. I think it might be a rosacea thing. The minute I'm cold or out in the cold, my eyes will run. But the thing is with tubing mascara, so it doesn't smudge at all, because instead of laying ink on your lashes, which is what I'm doing now with a regular mascara, with tubing mascara, it wraps them in little rubbery polymers, so it crumbles off rather than running or streaming. But it's a nightmare to get off. Well, it's not a nightmare, but it's just a bit annoying. Like when you use your lovely Biphase eye makeup removers or anything like that, it responds to water, so it's just a little bit more of a faff. And if you use a tubing mascara, you'll know. Like, I know that sounds contradictory because the whole point of them is that they crumble away easily with water, but I don't use water. I use an eye makeup remover and it's not the most compatible. Anyway, what a big long boring story. Basically, the reason I'm using my Superhero mascara today, I want something nice and volumizing, and because I've got like a little flare up of my what I think is contact dermatitis, I don't want to be rubbing my eyes loads when I get my makeup off, and if I use this, it'll just melt away with my eye makeup remover. Right, I've got my setting spray by the front door. Have I got one here? I wonder that I could just show you how much I tend to use. No, I'm not going to powder. This is my new thing, that I'm trying to use as little powder as possible. I'll set that now with setting spray and I'll powder it in a bit because that will dry in its own time. But like, that was 10 minutes and I feel like I've got a full face on. I'll defo put some lippy on. Might put a little Juicy Tube or something on for now, just so that I've got something on those lips. That feels a bit nicer. I might go for maybe a little bit of a pink eyeliner. Pardon me, need to rub that in. But there we go, 10 minutes, makeup's done. That'll be easy to remove, and I better go let the cat out. Have a lovely day and I'll talk to you in a bit.